Good evening Internet, and welcome to my channel. Tonight I want to talk to you about a camera. A camera was asked to review by AKK Technologies. I choose two products, a camera and a transmitter for FPV. AKK Technology looks like it's a Chinese company which has a site, and is on the site actually it says it's based in California, so it's kind of like, I don't know, a bit confusing. However, they both have FPV technology, and I choose this camera for review, and I'll leave up to you to make up your mind. First of all, the camera comes in a box like that, so not much of unboxing. The camera is called a CA30 camera, 3.0 megapixel or 30 and the box has itself a nice pouch with the camera inside, a cable that splits into power and connection to the actual video transmitter, and that's it. It's a 3.0 megapixel. It boasts 1280 by 720. I'm reading the actual instruction specification and everything else here of definition, so it's like kind of like HD type of camera. And one thing which I saw, which is really good, it says here it's 1000 TV line, while on the side it says it's 800. So AKK Tech, make up your mind, tell us if it's 1000 or 800. Everything else is automatic: white balance, backlight compensation, digital noise reduction, everything is it's like automatic. One thing which I saw, it was very nice, the shutter goes from 1 to 1/50th of a second, like to 1/100,000 of a second, so you get like pretty much a good handling of the light itself. It works at 5 volts for 1000 milliampere, so it uses 1000 milliampere, and yeah, that's practically it. Let's talk about the camera itself, and here it is, hooked up on the canopy of my cloud surfer. It is almost 30 millimeter long. I think it's 2.7, you can see it here, and it is large, about 2.4 millimeter. The actual it's 2.4 millimeter. The actual lenses looks like they are in glass, which is good. It has a 1/2 inch and a 1/7 sensor. It's a Cmos sensor, which is actually very good, and right now Cmos technology came up quite a bit. Cmos technology used to have a bit of noise because the current runs through the sensor in the actual sensor, and every pixel has itself a micro, like a capacitor nearby, so that will create a bit of noise, but there's been a lot of refinement in it. For example, lots of DSLR also cameras are using Cmos instead, like a Canon DSLR actually, yes. Canon and Nikon, they're using Cmos as a sensor instead of a CCD. CCD has a different thing. The current through it runs in a different way, but later on that. Let's go back to the camera. Here we go. This is the actual board. It's a square board, very easily. It's a printed board. There is not much to be saying, except it gets like exceptionally hot when the camera is running. I was even thinking maybe it's gonna melt the actual foam of my cloud surfer canopy, but it didn't. So I stuck it like that with a zip tie. It's very good. You have to put it on focus when you actually get it off. It can be put on focus, and I got some footage out of it with my cloud surfer. Yeah, overall, I think it's like so far, by looking at it in unboxing, like an average camera, but it has a very specific twist at the end, and I will tell you that. When I did the actual flight, it looks really well. It looks $1 million in the Chin VRD2 goggles. It's high definition, even though you get like out of the OSD. I bought the Renzi OSD. You got 430, not 16:9. It actually is like good. It is a good camera. Handling of the lights is nice. There is still, as you can see, a bit of noise, probably due to the fact that the Cmos sensor is one not of the latest generation, but it's good. It's way good for FPV. You can see everything, especially if you go against the sun or against like a source of light. You see all the other you see all the other stuff around it. You don't get blinded, but the camera doesn't go completely blind. What else can I say? Colors, they're quite nice. The white balance is quite good. So far, much better than any Mobius I use so far for my FPV. Much better of the actual old camera I had, which was this one. Which was a 600 TV line from Sony that you can buy at most of the FPV shops. There it is. I stuck a piece of balsa in the back, so to make sure it didn't come in contact with some material which would be conducting on my quad. But yeah, that's how it goes. It's much better than this, definitely. Sensor and everything else. Overall, I'm very satisfied. And last but not least, which is like really good, it's the price. I was very surprised. If you go on the site and the link that I leave you here below on AKK Technologies, it's £9.34, something like that, which is like ridiculous. It's probably like $11 for a Cmos 1000, like almost HD camera that you can use. It's like a lot of camera for the price. It's 1280 by 720,000 VTL. No, definitely a thumbs up for this one. Thank you very much, AKK, for sending it to me, and I hope you guys make the same choice and get it. Cons, not much, except like, of course, for $11, what you got? You just get the camera. You don't get any support or anything. I'll probably, if I'll be like you know, working in AKK and I will boast to have FPV equipment, I will actually put like some kind of like bracket there that I can like you know, stuck the camera on one of my plane, or like, you know, with a couple of screws, and orient it, or put it on a servo for like you know, head and tilt, like, you know, pan and tilt and stuff like that. Sorry, head and tilt, what am I saying? Pan and tilt mechanism and stuff like that. It has two little holes in front, which are the holes of the screws that keep the board together. Whatever, you know, just like, yeah, up to you. I'll probably pay like a couple of pounds more for this to have like a bracket or something made up. Overall, great camera. So give me a thumbs up if you like it, and blue sky to everybody. Subscribe.